Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Welcome back to another monthly reading. We are looking at October 2024, but technically this is a timeless tarot and oracle reading. So if you come back to it at another October or any month, it could still apply. So we've got three groups to choose from as usual today. Group number 1 is the Tiger card, group number 2 is Zebra, and group number 3 is Cobra. If you are drawn to more than one card or group, feel free to allow your intuition to guide you to the reading or readings that have the messages for you. Take from within those readings what resonates and leave the rest, as these are large group channelings for many, many souls. All right, guys, use the timestamps below or the chapters to jump ahead, and we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Tiger. So in October, the first thing I'm picking up is a lot of sacral chakra energy. The orange here just really jumped out at me and I felt it in my loins, I should say, because literally that's where the sacral chakra is. So there's something about your creativity, your power, your strength that you're calling forward in the month of October. It feels like you are... Okay, I heard the word sassy. So maybe you're feeling very sassy or emotionally confident. It feels strong, powerful, creative, sensual as well. You may be extra sensitive emotionally this month, but actually that's becoming a strength is what I'm feeling. It is a strength. It's not even becoming a strength. It is a strength for you in October. Yes. I'm hearing the word lithe. So it feels like October, you're going to be feeling strong, good in your body. Maybe you're doing something different, working out, exercising, doing something that's helping your body to feel strong, sensual, confident, emotionally powerful, creative, sexy. Yeah, this is feeling like a good month for you, group number 1. So what we're going to do is look at a week by week what is it called? Like a play-by-play. So we'll do week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to do some oracle cards and charms. So we're going to go really deep today. Settle in, get yourself some coffee. I've got mine kind of off camera here. It's in a ghost mug. You have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So week number 1, 2 of Pentacles feels like strength training. I don't know why I keep getting something about strength. Like maybe you're literally going and working out, or you're doing some spiritual heavy lifting or something, because in the first week of October, it feels like you're getting stronger. They're showing me somebody lifting weights. Like I know that's not anything to do with the card or the images on it, but that's what they're showing me clairvoyantly, is somebody lifting weights, going like this with dumbbells. And it's like alternating. You're alternating and getting stronger because of that. I did also just hear alternating current. AC, DC, I don't know. 7 of Pentacles. So there's a lot here to do in the first week of October with your money, your finances, your resources, and your strength connected to that. I keep getting that. It's like how strong you feel in your body, in your security, financially, physically. And the sacral chakra does rule finances as well. I forgot to mention that, and I'm just kind of seeing that connection here right now. So first week of October, very strong financially, or you're stepping into that. 10 of Wands. It just feels like you're getting stronger. Very strong. I just heard very strong. The 10 of Wands is like you've been carrying this heavy weight for a really long time. Maybe it was debt. Maybe it was a burden emotionally. Maybe it was some kind of a wound that you carried around for a long time. Or maybe you're literally, like I said, going to the gym and working out, but you've been carrying something. You've been alternating, you've been lifting, you've been taking it with you, I'm hearing. And in this month, in the first week specifically, you're seeing the results of that heavy lifting. You're seeing how strong you are. That's what Spirit just said. You're seeing how strong you are, or how strong you've become as a result of carrying this load. The devil, I was kind of feeling that. I mean, in the positive sense, in the light aspect, the devil card is like the sensuality and sexuality of the sacral chakra. But because it's connected to the physical reality. It's connected to how we experience life through the body. But on the other hand of this, I was kind of feeling like maybe you've been through some ish here, group number 1. Not just in the months leading up to this, but I'm talking like your entire life. There may have been a lot of stuff that you went through, and it has been heavy. Nobody comes out unscathed, I just heard. Nobody comes out of the earth realm unscathed. Every soul who incarnates here goes through something. It's like a collective wound, a collective trauma that we all have to carry the burden of in some way, shape, or form. And it's different from person to person, but each of us goes through something. And I think that that's a beautiful thing in a weird way, because it connects us. We all have something that we've been through, and we can have compassion for other people, because even if it looks different, we understand the depth of the feeling of the experience of this realm. So I'm seeing you in the first week, really seeing how strong you've become because of having to carry whatever this burden was for you. And I'm hearing coming back stronger. So if you went through a period of feeling down or feeling out, or feeling broken, I just heard broken, or down bad is also coming through. There's an opportunity here for you in the first week of October to actually, they're showing me an upward spiral. I'm seeing that clairvoyantly. You're spiraling up instead of down, coming out of that downward spiral phase, bouncing back. I'm hearing up leveling. The first week of October, you're going to see your strength either way. And if you're watching this in the first week, you've probably already started to feel it, or this is going to be an activation for you to feel it, because my readings are not just readings. They are channeled energy from spirit. So whatever you need for your greatest and highest good, that's what you're going to get from this reading, from any of my readings. Our readings, I should say, because it's not just me, it's spirit. So group 1, the second week, you have the 7 of Swords reversed. Yes, I'm loving this. But you can feel it. You can see it. Whatever it is, it's not going to haunt you anymore. There's something that's coming to light, and you've had the power, the strength, the perseverance to be able to keep going through the darkness, or amidst the struggle. I'm hearing amidst the struggle, you persevered, you kept going, you had patience, you were able to endure. You handled it, I'm hearing. I don't know what you handled, but you handled it. And Spirit wants you to know that they know that they've watched every step of your journey. They, being it, God, source, creator, has watched every step of your journey. The universe sees all sides of the fractal, and you are being acknowledged for how much you've had to bear. Now, the second week, you've got the 7 of Swords reversed here, indicating, like I was saying, this turnaround of something that was hidden. It's like it's revealed, or you see it, or you have the strength to face it. Maybe you're admitting something that you need to squash, like an addiction, a habit, some kind of a wound, or a way of perceiving yourself that was a little distorted in some way, like I'm broken. No, you're not. And a shift in perspective is happening, or there's clarity coming around that distortion. The Ace of Pentacles. I heard new way forward, and they're showing me somebody taking steps. I'm like hearing the echoing of the steps. It feels like you're walking through a large chamber, a stone chamber. I don't know why this is what they're giving me, but that's what it feels like. I can really hear like the crunching of the shoe, or like the sound of the shoe on the stone. So maybe this is like a big, like, movement into new territory. Let's see what else in the second week. You've got the Knight of Cups. It's definitely movement forward. I did just hear financially up leveling, and it's as a result of some emotional healing that you've been doing. I did just hear new love. I don't know, that's random. I'm not seeing it connected to anything else here, but I heard that, so I got to bring that through. Something about new love. Oh, 2 of Cups, confirmation. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So there's new love in the second week, or there's a renewal of love, especially something very sensual. Very sensual here. Like if you lost your mojo or something like that, group number 1, it's coming back in the second week especially, but throughout the month of October, it feels like there's a lot of sensuality or potential for that. Maybe you're just reconnecting to your own body. Maybe you're reconnecting to a lover. Maybe you're meeting someone new. There's something about this that the Devil card here is in the light aspect, connected to the 2 of Cups, talking about this sensuality and the indulgence of the physical needs. And I think that's directly connected to some kind of a lesson you've been learning, or something to do with finances, because again, the sacral is sexuality and money. So it's kind of, there's like 2 sides to that, or there's an aspect of those 2 things. They're not necessarily connected, but they are indirectly, so Pay attention in the second week to opportunities to dive a little deeper in intimacy, sensuality, because it's going to unlock something for you. They just showed me the broken key. You guys see that there, the broken key? So I keep getting this feeling of like I'm broken, but this was the old pattern is what they're telling me. Like you may have perceived yourself either consciously or unconsciously as being broken. And they're showing me that that's not the case. And that you're being given the key to unlock. Oh, that the chamber they were showing me before, walking through or into that chamber. It's like a gateway of some kind. And you're moving through that into the next phase of your life. I'm hearing next phase or stage. For each of you, it's going to be a little different, but you're moving into something new. And they're giving me the words up level again. Something was blocked. It was connected to that burden you were carrying. Something was blocked. It was webbed off, or you were trapped or stuck in something for a long time. Or it was stuck inside you and it wasn't able to come out for a long time, but it's coming out. I did just hear debts and burdens relieved. Okay, so group number 1, the first 2 weeks of October are looking good financially. Yes, there's going to be some income influx. I'm hearing the word influx. All right, let's look at the 3rd and 4th week. So let me just clear these away. So 3rd and 4th week of October for group number 1, Spirit, what is going on in the 3rd week of October for group number 1? Feel that card. King of Cups. Well, there's definitely a potential for new love here, group 1. Okay, they just started playing the song Dead and Gone by Justin Timberlake. The old me's dead and gone. And the skeleton there is like buried underneath the earth. So there's a new you that's being born here in the 3rd week, or you're realizing that the old you is dead and gone. You don't need to carry it with you anymore. It was a heavy burden. 9 of Cups. And this is leading to your ultimate happiness. I'm also hearing the word success. So you're going to be feeling very fulfilled emotionally in the 3rd week. Again, I think it's as a result of realizing how strong you are. Oh my God, I just looked up and in the charm basket, strong is beautiful. Strong is beautiful. You're realizing how strong you are. Yeah, I'm going to leave this out. I want to put it here because it feels like it's meant to be here. Destined, I'm hearing. You were destined to discover your strength, your beauty, and how this is connected to your physical essence, your power, your spirit embodied through the physical vessel, and your emotional connectivity to the people around you. Like this is a really deep, deep message, a lot of healing and transformation in October. And I'm just realizing now, October is Libra and Scorpio season, so it's perfect. Libra is love and relationships. Scorpio is like this deep dive into the unconscious, the emotional, the wounds, the trauma, the baggage. And so there's a huge healing of all of this month for you, group number 1. Wow. The Magician. And you've manifested this. You've called it into being, is what I just heard. You called it into being. Okay. That's a bold statement, Spirit. Are you sure? Yeah, they said all your wishes come true. All your wishes come true. And they're showing me the rabbit out of the hat. 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment, so I can see that there. But then I heard them say it, and I was like, that seems like I don't want to overpromise, right? Like, don't shoot the messenger. But if they bring something through like that, it's for a reason. Even the potential of understanding that concept of that all your wishes can come true, that you can create that through this process, or that's the end result, is what I'm hearing. It's the end result of what you're doing or what you've been doing. And you kind of had to roll the dice. They just showed me the dice on the board here on his little tree stump. Can you see there? Focus. The dice. It feels like you had to like gamble or risk something. One eye open, one eye closed, and the divining rod in his hand. It feels like you had to go intuitively through this process. You couldn't see the way. You were confused a lot of the time, or that burden or that block was so heavy that it was creating discrepancies. I'm hearing discrepancies in your perception or in your ability to see. But in the 3rd week of October, you see it. It's manifesting. It's physical. And they keep giving me the word influx. They said that in the 2nd week. So the 2nd and 3rd week, there's an influx of something I'm hearing emotional satisfaction. So you're feeling very content. I'm hearing well situated. You're feeling well situated in the month of October, especially third week. They say second and third week. And the Sun card in reverse, they said turn it around. It's supposed to be upright. Okay. It's upright energy anyway. But they're saying that the reversal can apply to the internal realms in this case. So for you, you're feeling vibrant, sunny. I'm hearing the word illuminated. There's a growth pattern that's happening here. New fruits. Sensuality is a big thing. Again, healing. It just feels like in the third week, you're going to be seeing physically, and I'm hearing enjoyment. So there's going to be moments of enjoyment. Third week, really strong, really, really strong enjoyment. Yep, satisfaction. They just keep, they're giving me that energy of like, wow, I'm really satisfied with whatever's going on. I have what I need. I'm feeling strong, confident. I keep feeling like sexy, like you're going to feel sexy. I don't know. Male or female, doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. You're just going to be feeling sexy, confident in yourself. Maybe you're just going through a phase of reconnecting to your body in a new way, or someone else is spurring this on in you or mirroring it back to you. But there's something here about satisfaction, feeling sexy, feeling content, feeling like you have everything that you've asked for. Yeah. Okay. Fourth week, the Chariot. So much progression this month for you, Group 1. It's beautiful. It really is. Strong is beautiful. And it's as a result of your strength. You had to persevere. I keep getting this message. Like, you really had to be strong. You really had to persevere. It was difficult, but you did it. 4 of Wands. And now you're going to see the success of this. I'm seeing somebody driving to a new house or driving home. Something about driving and home. I don't know what that's about. 3 of Wands. He's pointing right to the castle. Yeah, maybe this is you driving somewhere that feels more like home, or something about your home is very stable this month. 5 of Pentacles reversed. And it's funny because if this was in the upright position, the house would be upside down, but because it's reversed, the house is upright. So yeah, I feel like this is confirming the message. 4th week of October, you're feeling very stable in your home. Yeah. It feels like where there maybe was financial insecurity regarding your home, like maybe there was a lot of mortgage debt, or there was like you were concerned living month to month with rent or something. I'm not sure what this is, but there was something here, or there is going to be something here in the last week of October where you're feeling a lot more stable when it comes to your home. And I just heard when it rains, it pours. So, and they're showing me influx again, and they're showing me the raindrops of money coming in. So instead of having lack, you're going to be seeing the sun shining on you. Spotlight. I just heard something about a spotlight. The sun is a spotlight, right? It illuminates things. It promotes growth and healing. It, I'm hearing heals you, and I heard helps you relax too. So you're going to be able to relax when it comes to your money. And it just feels like the sharpness of life isn't quite so violent or stinging in the month of October. Things feel a little bit almost like you've been anesthetized, like you're just feeling good in October. It's almost like the analogy is like you've taken some kind of a pain reliever and you're just feeling happy. It's what it feels like the pain is removed in October throughout the entire month, especially 2nd and 3rd week. Okay, so group number 1, let's grab a few oracle cards and then we'll do your charms. Additional messages for group number 1, Spirit, in the month of October. The Hermit. You could be spending a lot of time at home. You could be feeling like very sort of homebody, like cozy vibes. I know in October for me, in the Northern Hemisphere, it's like really, fall vibes. I just like to be at home, maybe like have my tea or coffee and cuddle on the couch with some blankets. Do cozy things, feels like that. But I don't think you're alone. The Hermit is usually alone. I feel like you're with someone else. Let's see. Oath. Wow. Okay. I heard you've made a promise to yourself. What was this promise? Wishing. Oh my God. The 9 of Cups and wishing. You made a promise to yourself that you were going to manifest something, that you were going to get what you desired. Spirit is saying what you deserved, and like in a good way. Playful energy on the bottom. A lot of sensuality, a lot of playfulness here. I'm absolutely loving your reading, group number 1. What else is going in? What else are you going in on something? What else is going on in October? Responsibility. I'm hearing responsibility fulfilled. The burden was the responsibility that you had to be responsible to yourself with that, or you had to carry it, or it required you to be responsible. So you had to carry this heavy burden. Yeah. Group 1, whatever you carried, you were very responsible with it. You did it the right way, I'm hearing. And the reward is coming in. October is reward month. Windfall, confirmation, right away. Spirit speaks loud and clear. And I just got a message that if for some reason you're not feeling this, if October feels difficult for you, burdensome, they want you to know that the windfall, the wish fulfillment, the vow that you've made to yourself, the oath that you can be strong, that you will not give up, they said dedicated, that you're dedicated to this process, to yourself, to what you desire. It will come to fruition, because if you refuse to give up, it has no choice but to happen. Something about strong being favored. They said something about strong is favored. If you are strong, you will be favored. Something like that. Okay, let's get one more card from this deck, and then we'll get charms. What's going on for group number 1 in the month of October? Message of peace. Message of peace. I feel like that's this message. But I also am getting a message that you receiving this influx or this windfall, because you've been responsible, because you made this you were dedicated to this goal or to this healing or whatever this is, to this cause. I just heard something about a cause. That the message of peace is actually this prosperity that comes in, because it allows you to feel at peace. Yeah, I'm seeing abundance. Message of freedom. Messages, not all these cards are messages in this deck. So there's something about a message here that you're receiving in October that's important. And it helps you it frees you from some kind of the burden. On the bottom of the deck, I wasn't going to show it, but they just told me to, is anger. So you're being freed from the burden of anger or resentment, something that was really tricky. So they're bringing me back to the message of sassy, something about, they said sparked attitude, something that sparked attitude in you. You're getting free and finding this inner peace. I'm hearing spiritual healing. So a lot of you have been doing some spiritual healing, or you're doing that in the month of October, and it's leading to this windfall. And I'm hearing dedication to the cause. Again, I don't know what that's referring to, but yeah. Okay, let's look at your charms. This is really beautiful. Let's do the mat. Okay. So for group number 1 in the month of October, what do they need to know here? What additional messages? Oh, okay. I don't know why I threw that in the physical. I had a feeling this one was going to come out, because I was seeing it out of the corner of my eye when I was talking about abundance. And this is my little charm that represents abundance, because it reminds me of citrine, which is a crystal connected to luck. I just heard goodwill, and it came out in the physical. You know what goodwill is reminding me of too? When you go and donate something. So maybe you've given something away, or you released something, you let go of something, and then you're getting the reward from that. It's like positive karma. Okay, they did just show me this charm, which was still sitting in the basket, but they said it's significant. The 2 hearts, the golden hearts intertwined. So there's definitely something about love here in the month of October. Let's see what else you got going on. Butterfly, star. Yeah, there's a key there and it's connected to the eye. Ooh. Okay, so let's start in physical since we're down here. And it seems like there's a lot to do with the physical in this, in the month of October for you. You had this green moon and star that I felt called to put in the physical. I didn't even mean to do it, but it happened. To me, this feels like illumination, like you're seeing something physically. Again, I'm hearing reward. Look, group one, you're getting some kind of a reward, and it's because, or it's a direct result of the fact that you believed you could, so you did. Hold on, where is it focusing? She believed she could, so she did. You believed you could, and so you did. You had the strength to continue to push forward even when things got tough, and then there's good luck that's coming from that. A lot of it, I'm hearing, a lot of it. Emotionally, you got the golden butterfly, so there's transformation. In a relationship of some kind, you've got the two cats here sitting. So emotionally, I'm hearing there was upheaval. And I'm hearing leads to peace and contentment. Okay, so some kind of emotional upheaval leads to peace and contentment. And they're showing me clairvoyantly a butterfly in like fast motion going through caterpillar to cocoon, chrysalis, and into the butterfly. So there was a rapid transformation of some kind in a relationship. Maybe there was some animosity, anger, resentment, tension, and it leads to a beautiful transformation. Emotional understanding, I'm hearing. Connection. There's some kind of a bond in October that's very significant. I'm hearing significant other. So there is a significant other of some kind. I'm hearing person of interest, POI, person of interest. I don't know what. Okay. Where do we go now? Let's go to mental. I don't know. I'm kind of bouncing around here, but I really want to talk about this eye and the key. Your sight is the key. The shift in perception in October is the key, and it's to do with yourself because the key was in the self and the I was in the mental. So it's like how you think about yourself. I was kind of talking about that earlier. So this is confirmation from spirit on that message that there's something that you're shifting in the way that you see yourself. You're not broken. I keep hearing that, you guys. This is such beautiful confirmation. You are not broken and you never were. You never were. Yeah. I just felt like I needed to take a minute and let that message really sink in. It's very divine. You are divine. Okay. They said spoken from the lips of the divine. So there's something about messages is really important here, is spoken messages. Maybe you're communicating more or so I don't know. And this also, I just noticed that this key almost has it's like hearts on it, but it almost looked like a 4-leaf clover as well. So it's like luck. It's unlocking your luck. And if you guys aren't new to the channel, you know I say all the time, luck is alignment. When you are in ideal alignment with the flow, mind, body, and soul in harmony, operating as one unit, and your intention is aligned with the divine, you will see luck manifest. It's like it's a byproduct of that. Doesn't mean that if you're unlucky that you're not in alignment, but when you do get into alignment, you will see that luck really physically, tangibly. Now we have another key here that was kind of hidden underneath the chainsaw. Interesting message. Okay, so the key here, another heart key. So there's something opening in your heart, possibly because you're able to cut something out, the chainsaw, right? You're able to kind of hack away at something, or no, they're showing me, oh, that's interesting. What does that mean? They're showing me, how like wood carvers sometimes will use chainsaws to make sculptures out of logs. That's what they showed me. So you're making art out of something, and it's like difficult to do, right? A chainsaw is not a tool that is usually used to do finite, intricate, or creative work like that. Again, sacral chakra, creativity. But that's what you've been able to do, and it takes great strength to do that. Okay, I just randomly heard the word percussive. Percussive, something about sound or like a reverberation of some kind. I don't know how that's connected here. Sometimes they'll just bring through random messages and I'll just throw it out to see. It means something for someone. Okay, spiritual. So that's in between mental and spiritual. So there was a strong mental like rewiring here, unlocking of the keys through the spiritual attunement. They're saying something about an attunement, and they're showing me the chainsaw wasn't starting before, and then it starts, and then you're able to use that tool to create something, not just to cut things out. You're able to kind of cut away and find the beauty underneath. There's something really strong here in the month of October to do with beauty. Okay. Spiritually, you have the ball with the strawberries in it. Is it going to focus a little bit? And this feels like abundance to me. It's usually like fruits of your labors coming in. I'm hearing rains that pours again. So spiritually, there's some kind of a reward. And I think a lot of this is that you're going to be feeling content, feeling strong, feeling well taken care of or cared for, especially, it's coming from the universe in some way. So you're like, yeah, I'm hearing thank you, God. Okay, so somebody this month, or if you were drawn to this reading, you're going to be saying thank you, God, at some point this month, even if it's not. This is a non-denominational channel. It doesn't have to be God, but it's like, that expression of like, oh my God, thank you, God. Like this is happening, something you wished for. And we have the little rocking horse, little blue rocking horse. A baby boy could be significant. Spiritually, a baby boy, something about abundance connected to childhood even. Yeah. In the self, we have a white cloud. I heard cloud 9, and they're showing me the golden lining. It's not like a silver lining on the cloud. It's like a golden lining on the cloud. So this was spiritually divine. I'm hearing rite of passage, and they're showing me the person walking through that chamber again. Wow, rite of passage. Live your dream. This is so that you could live your dream. It's almost like you had to be tested and go through some kind of trials or tribulations to be able to become the person who could live your dream. I wouldn't say that, but the Spirit's saying it. They said to deserve it, but I wouldn't say that because I believe everybody deserves everything, just because you exist, But like, there's something about I don't like the idea of like you have to earn it to deserve it, because it especially if you're coming from a place of like wounded self-worth, that can be very triggering. But the way they're showing it to me, or they're bringing it through, is more like. It's like you do have to earn it in a way. You do have to deserve it, and you have to prove that. Like, you can't just get a diploma because you want to be a doctor or something. Like, you have to go to school. You have to earn it. You have to pass the tests. You have to do the work. It's like that kind of thing. So it's not like you're lesser than if you don't, or if you do, you're better. It's not about that. It's just, did you do the work? So, and it's like you did the work to live your dream, or you've been doing the work. You have this little gold heart too. So golden heart, yeah, the heart chakra, golden heart, golden lining, something about love here that is a blessing. I'm hearing blessing in disguise. You are my sunshine. Maybe something was taken away from you, because they're showing me the sun card in reverse again. The sun, the light of your life, something was taken away, but it's coming back in. There's like new hope being born. You've got the, star. The blue star reminds me of, Sirius, like the star Sirius is a blue star, but also the star card in the tarot, which is this hope, new direction, insight, healing, a respite from difficult times. It's the oasis in the desert. So there's something here that the sunshine in you, like maybe you lost sight of yourself, your own beauty. You are my sunshine. Say that to yourself, group number 1. You are my sunshine. I am my sunshine, because you are the light of your life. Maybe you lost yourself and you're finding yourself again. Yeah. And you have the unicorn. There we go. The unicorn here is talking about purification, innocence. I'm hearing revival. And they're saying sensuality, revival of your sensuality in the energy of innocence. And it leads to a lot of abundance. You have this little oyster with the pearl or clamshell with the pearl. So it feels like you've got a lot coming in financially as a result of the purification. Whatever's going on here in the heart chakra, sacral chakra, very, very significant this month financially for you. And then finally, we have the flamingo. And this is reminding me of a happy home, because the flamingo, for whatever reason, I always see it as like, those flamingos on the lawn of like 1950s, happy home, white picket fence, something about that. You're seeing yourself as like, maybe you've got your shit together or something like that. You're just feeling good and content. And there's a sense of home and security really strong in the month of October. That came through in, what was it, the second or third week? Again, those two seem to be highlighted for you, second and third week. I mean, the whole month is good, but especially second and third week. All right, group number 1, that is what Spirit wanted to bring through for you in the month of October. I hope that you enjoyed the reading and that it brought you these divine messages at exactly the right time. I trust and have faith in Spirit and the divine order of the universe to have done that for you. So I'm sending you all my blessings and love and luck for the month of October and beyond, for your greatest and highest good. And so it is. Much love, guys. Thank you so, so much for being here on the channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'm catching up on readings, so just bear that in mind. I moved recently. I'm in a new spot now, and it was a little bit chaotic for a bit there in September, but I'm catching back up on readings. If you do want to order one, keep in mind the turnaround may be a little longer than 2 weeks, but it's open for you if you would like to book. The link to do so is in the description box below this video, or you can just go to itstarotandbeyond.com. Much love and gratitude, guys. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the zebra card for October. Okay. So something about black and white thinking. That's the first message that's coming through for you. And this triangle is right in the middle of the forehead over the third eye. And the third eye does have to do with the integration of black and white, the polarities. It's able to see the highest truth, or multiple angles or fractals of the truth, through the unity principle. So there's something about integration of the mind in October for you, being able to see beyond the limitations. I just heard. Okay. Being able to see beyond the limitations of the black and white. So you're seeing beyond the veil or the matrix or the distortions of duality, and you're seeing the full truth in its essence. All right, so what we're going to do is look at week 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll pull oracle cards after that, and then we'll do charms. So we're really going to go deep and in depth. So get comfy, grab yourself a drink, a coffee, a snack, and we're going to see what's coming through for you in October. So week number 1, the 4 of Cups. The 2 of Swords reversed. Queen of Swords. And the 3 of Swords reversed. And I'm noticing that in group number 1, I kind of like pulled a card and talked about it, and then pulled a card and talked about it. And in yours, I wanted to get them all out on the table. So there's something here about the truth coming out, or like waiting for it all to be revealed. Queen of Swords is very much that truth. 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. It's like something that you didn't see before. Something that was very black and white or distorted is coming into the light of day, or you're seeing it beyond the duality. Look at all the eyes here on the dragon, but she's blindfolded. Yet she holds the swords of truth. So, group number 2. In the first week of October, there's something that's coming to light. Something that you didn't see. I want to ask what this is, but I feel like it's veiled to me, like I'm not supposed to know. It's going to be different for each of you, but what they want you to know is that in the first week of October, you're seeing things more clearly. And it's a lot through the intuition, so it's not necessarily going to be through the rational mind. And the rational mind may want to split things into black and white. It may want to do a pros and cons. It may want to look at and delineate between the opposites. But what you're being recommended, or what you'll be working with here more dominantly in the first week, is going to be your intuition. It will show you the way, is what Spirit just said. It will show you the way. I'm hearing presented clearly. So something will be presented clearly to you. And they said, move on to the second week. Okay, so let's go. Knight of Swords. Something's quick. It's quick. The first and second week, it's fast action here. Like, I don't think you expect this either. I'm just kind of getting this message of like, oh, it's going to happen quickly and maybe you don't see it coming. Sorry, I'm just trying to like rearrange the cards a little bit. I've got a new setup here in my new place. I just moved. So there's something about movement. The tower. I just said I just moved and I kept seeing the tower right before Spirit redirected me and I had to move within 3 weeks. I was like, crazy. Everything kind of got uprooted. But the Tower card is a divine intervention. It is a reposition. And maybe it's seeing beyond the black and white of like, oh, this was a bad thing or a good thing. And no, it was just a necessary thing. It was just necessary for you to be repositioned in this way to have a new beginning. So second week of October, there's something big that's beginning. I'm hearing being handed to you. Something could literally be handed to you, or you could be given an opportunity of some kind, or an idea even. The Knight of Wands. I didn't mean to say Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands energy could be significant here. It's like an inspiration to do something or to put something into motion. But it comes through intuitively, or it comes through your psychic senses. It's an idea that channels straight from the divine, and it bypasses any of the dualistic thinking that may have hindered you in the past. That's what they're telling me right now. So very clearly it will come through and you'll be able to implement or take action on it. Yep. Confirmation, the priestess, the high priestess. So this is a very intuitive month for you, very psychic month for you. Group number 2, if you chose this group, you are becoming more psychic or you're activating to a new level. I literally just finished doing a personal reading for a client where we did a psychic activation and attunement, and we did some Akashic and energy healing work. So this feels like something that you may be experiencing in the month of October. First week, you do have that 3 of Swords in reverse, so you could be doing some healing. Mental healing, distortions in the mind are being healed. 2 of Swords reverse, integration of the duality, seeing beyond the separation, seeing the highest truth. And then I'm seeing like blind faith, but in a good way. So you're not like blindly having faith and being irresponsible or reckless with it. You're seeing, knowing, I should say, is a better word for it, knowing the higher truth and then being able to take action in accordance with that. So you're being propelled forward in some way. I heard the word propelled, and being able to use that energy of the divine that's kind of pushing you in that direction. It's like the wind at your back, guiding you forward. You can feel it. It's tangible. Even though you don't know where it's coming from or where it's going, you're able to pursue, you're able to go. So if you feel called in the second week of October to make some changes because you're being intuitively guided, or you get some kind of download of information or healing, or they are saying intuitive nudge. If you get an intuitive nudge in the second week of October, possibly towards the end of the week, go with it, because your higher self is guiding you. Your guides are guiding you. The universe is guiding you very clearly here. And it could be about travel or the home, because I did mention that right before, and they just zoomed me in on the little house there in the bottom. So there could be, you could be called to go somewhere. I am hearing Airbnb. Okay, so you could be staying somewhere. You could be traveling somewhere. They're showing me the volcanoes. Something could be erupting. Something is shifting and changing in the foundations for you, group 2, especially in the second week. So just follow your intuition. It's going to become clear and you'll see the way. They're making that very well known to me here. It's like, you're going to see the way, so don't worry about it. But yeah, you're going to do some kind of shifting. It might feel a little like upheaval-y, but it's going to be such a good thing for you. That divine reposition. Okay. Third week. The first and second week, I feel like they're going to fly by really quickly. And then the third week, let's just find out. 3 of Cups reversed. Yeah, I was kind of feeling that right before I even pulled any cards. I was like, the third week of October, you may feel called to slow down a little bit. Ace of Cups reversed. I'm hearing slow down and do integration. They're showing me something like collapsing in on itself. Judgment. Wow. Third week is intense, you guys. I mean, I feel like the whole month is really intense. They just showed me a herd of zebras, but I almost wanted to say hyenas. Oh, like a herd of zebras being chased by hyenas. But they were all like stampeding. They were all like running together. There's a big shift happening for you, the Hanged Man. But the third week, you do need to slow down. So first and second week is like go, go, go. And you're like, bang, boom, getting all these hits of intuition. I need to do this and inspiration and action, 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 movement, reposition, travel, possibly. I don't know. But there's stuff going on in the second week that's like intensely physically active and psychically active. And then in the third week, you really need to slow down and integrate. You really need to like pull back a little bit, spend some time alone perhaps, or with a crew or group of people that you really trust, like your soul tribe, and do a little bit of the integration work, because there's a lot that's coming up here for you in October, group 2. Fourth week, Queen of Pentacles. This card reminds me of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. So something about that could be significant here in the fourth week of October. Kind of reminds me of my friend. She's dressing up as Ursula for Halloween, actually, and that would be in the fourth week of October. So something about that could be significant. I don't know. Maybe it's about like a costume or something that you're physically donning, like that's what I'm thinking of. Like the Queen of Pentacles is the queen of the material realm. You're putting something on, or you're becoming someone different physically. I don't know. Let's find out more information on this. 9 of Pentacles. Wow. So the last week of October is looking very abundant for you, group number 2. Very abundant for you. Things that were wrapped up, I'm hearing concluding. Oh yeah, number 9. There's a conclusion in the fourth week of October when it comes to your security, your finances, I'm hearing something about well-being. Your well-being, the way that you digest life. My stomach I don't know if the microphone picked it up, but when I put down the 9 of Pentacles, my stomach went like, just like a little gurgle. And I just noticed that the 9 of Pentacles here is it's the intestines there. So paying attention to your gut. Again, it's like the intuition. You're going to have some kind of gut knowing or gut feeling. 6 of Wands, and it's going to lead you to victory. I'm hearing inner knowing. A lot of this month for you is very psychic, group 2. You are very psychic. I just heard that from Spirit. 5 of Cups. I do have to say, though, that there is some kind of purge happening for you this month. Yeah. There's a big purge happening for you. Sorry, these are all crooked. Again, I'm in my new place and working with a new setup. I need a new office chair because this one's not working anymore. So there could be something about your stability that's changing in the month of October, group 2. It's like I was seeing that here. You could be called to physically change some things in your home or in your body. But there's like a need to purge and release emotionally. I think there's a lot of deep stuff that's coming up this month for you that maybe it could be a little challenging to digest, but ultimately it's helping to feed you and it's helping you to expand. So it's not a bad thing. It is divine intervention. I just keep hearing that. And you know what? Let me give you this as an example. Whenever divine intervention happens in my life, if I resist it, it becomes painful. And then I get dragged by the universe, But when Spirit tells me, this is what needs to happen, and I take action and I initiate it because they're giving me that intuitive knowing, then things move a lot smoother and I end up feeling a lot more secure. So in the past, when they've told me you need to move, and I was like, no, I don't want to, I would end up having something negative happen that like forced me to move, or it was painful and I had to, or it was taken out of my hands or out of my control. And that left me feeling helpless. This time around, when they said you need to move, I saw the opportunity present and I jumped on it right away. And it was a little bit uncomfortable because I had to do it so quickly. But ultimately, it was empowering and I felt good about it. So this is kind of what I'm seeing for you. In the month of October, there could be something like that. Now, it doesn't have to be about moving homes. So don't take that if that doesn't resonate. This is just an example of how that energy could present. Ultimately, what it boils down to is you being given some kind of information, intuitive guidance or messages. This could come through in the form of synchronicities, or maybe you're a direct link to spirit like me and you can just hear them tell you stuff. Either way, you're going to get a message. And you're going to need to heed that. And how quickly you respond to that and how open you are to that is going to dictate the experience you're going to have with it. So ideally, you can just go with it and then you'll see things unfold. And there could be a little bit of releasing that needs to happen, but it will be freeing, it will be empowering, and it will be worth it, I'm hearing. It will be worth it. So let's get some oracle cards to get some additional information on what is going on for you. Let's start with this deck in the month of October. So for group number 2, what else do they need to know about the month of October? The World. It's funny because on the bottom of the tarot deck, before I did your reading, I just picked it up and looked at it, and it was the World card. I wish I would have showed you that. But you're wrapping up a cycle. Group number 2, really strongly. Move to the next deck. You're wrapping up a cycle, and it's going to become very clear. I'm hearing the word relevant, something about relevancy. It will become relevant. Cycles. The World card is about wrapping up a cycle. Here we have more confirmation that you're wrapping up a cycle. A big one is what they're showing me. Something about the world, the earth, the planets could be part of this as well. Maybe it's like it shows up in your astrology, or maybe you get an astrology reading and it really shows you or highlights, or you're listening to an astrologer and it highlights kind of more of what this theme could be for you. Fulfillment. Love that. I'm hearing fulfillment in the home frequency. I don't know what that means, but there's something about home frequency and fulfillment. The pomegranate reminds me of the underworld, like Persephone. So there is a deep sort of purging that you're doing, but it's leading you to fulfillment. If you can honor that, if you can, I'm hearing taste of the wine, they said. It does have wine there. Taste of the wine. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Playful. Maybe being more playful. Maybe you're indulging a little bit, but follow your intuition with that. One more, they said. Deceit. Oof. I did hear seeing beyond the veil. Okay, so you're wrapping up a cycle when it comes to some kind of a distortion that was making it hard for you to see something clearly. Wrapping up that cycle. Okay. Connectivity. This looks like a raven, right? Reminds me of the third eye, and creativity. There's another cup. What's in your cup? Something about your cup. Let me see. Relaxation. Okay. And reflection. So there's going to be a lot of time for you in the month of October to rest and reflect. Group number 2. And they want you to do that. So don't resist that as well. It might be like you go from 0 to 100 and then back to 0 again. It's going to feel a little bit like stop and start, but don't worry because it's all happening as it needs to. Wow, you have the Soon card. The number 5 is about major change movement. They show me 555 whenever there's a big move that happens. Like, they showed me a bunch of 5s in the months leading up to my move. So you're being repositioned in some way soon. Or something is happening really quickly, and they just want you to know that so that you don't deceive yourself and you can find a way to embrace this. Get creative with it. Get playful with it. Connect with the right people. Duality, did I not say from the very beginning? I was getting that from the zebra. Duality, black and white. Up and down, good and bad. Like there's something about the integration of duality. This is the most important theme, is what Spirit just said. The most important theme of the month ahead is going to be the integration of duality. And it's a very karmic message for you. So you're learning to clear the duality, heal and release. They keep saying purge the karma, because it is freeing you. It's getting you out of some kind of a stuckness, a cycle, something to do with blood. What? Okay, on the bottom we have regrets. They said something about blood, and they showed me the cup again. The vessel. Blood of Christ, it's reminding me of, like in Catholic religion, you drink the wine and it's like the sacrament, or it's supposed to represent the blood of Christ. So there's something, I don't know what that's about, but there's something about duality and integrating cycles, karma, reflecting on things, releasing stuff, learning the lesson, moving forward. It feels like you're getting unstuck in some way, although there may be a lot of like back and forth energy around that this month, group number 2. Like it's not going to feel like you're getting out of the cycle completely. You're still kind of moving through it, but it's going to finish up, or there's going to be some kind of a definitive conclusion in one way, and then you kind of move into the next phase of the cycle, if that makes sense. So let's get charms to get a little more information. I keep hitting the microphone for you too. So something about like sound, or like hit, something like with force, something that you hear. Again, it could be like you're getting clairaudient messages this month. Pay attention to what you hear. Maybe you receive some information. They're showing me the hyenas chasing the zebras again. There's something, maybe you felt like something was chasing you, or information was chasing you. They just said, okay, information was chasing you. If you stop and face it, you can better work with that energy. Yeah, okay. Let's do your charms. For group number 2, what do they need to know, Spirit? All right. Let's start with the emotional. Live the life you love. Emotionally, this karmic balance, or the integration of this duality this month, is going to help you to live the life you love. But it's like you need to face something, or you need to, look at on the self. You have, I choose strength. So there's a choice here for you to make. Is that going to focus there? If there's a choice here for you to make, are you, the self, are you going to choose strength? Are you going to believe in what you're receiving? Are you going to face some uncomfortable truth? I'm hearing, okay, she believed she could, so she did. There's something that you need to face. What is this? They said changing of the seasons, and we have the leaf here in the physical. I'm kind of bouncing around, but there's something in the physical. They're showing me leaves falling off a tree. It's like a cycle of life. You need to embrace the cycle. The tree doesn't fight against the falling of the leaves. It sheds them freely, is what Spirit just said. Embrace the shed, embrace the release, embrace the purge, because it's the change that leads you into the next cycle. Okay, they're showing me, how like in fall, the leaves change color and they start falling pretty quickly. And then before you know it, there's no leaves left on the trees. And then the tree goes into dormancy through the winter. That's what I was getting. Like week 1 and 2 feels like you're shedding. Like the leaves turn and you shed really quickly. And then the 3rd and 4th week, you go into that bit of dormancy. Actually, no, they're correcting me. They're saying the 3rd week you go into dormancy. The 4th week you go into some kind of internal purge. But that leads to a reconnection in some way. It's like they're showing me the roots of the tree talking to the other trees around, like a family forest. Wow, this is really big. This is a huge month for you, group number 2. Okay. We'll go into the mental here. You have the camera. I'm seeing mental snapshot. Development. Something is developing in your mind. Oh yeah, the black and white. Again, it's like the negatives. You know, if you get into photography, you can use the negatives and you develop them in the dark room to get the image clear. Something about your mental distortions being cleared up. That's what this whole phase is for. Spirit just said, this is what you're doing. You're clearing any mental distortions. Cognitive distortions can be black and white thinking, like psychologically speaking. So this is something that you're working on. And you have transformation with the blue butterfly here. So you're transforming the mind. It's like matching blue and blue. New way of thinking, new self-concept. You have a butterfly here in the self as well. So it feels like there's a new self-concept that you're developing, maybe facing of some fears. I keep bouncing around. It's kind of giving me Gemini energy. I am a Gemini rising, but the energy of Gemini is like a little bit dualistic. Yeah, black and white. It's like the opposites. Right. The twins. But it's like bouncing around, like, okay, we're here. You could be doing that a lot in the month of October. You have this little cobra. And this feels like you're coming face to face with a fear. You know, they're showing me a cobra coming out of a basket and you just facing it. You don't look away. Look at it. And it's activating something in your mind. A new approach I'm hearing from Spirit. They said that. New approach. New sense of belief or self-strength. They're saying something about emotionally pursuing your love, what you love. Believing that it's possible, believing in a higher truth now because you're seeing something beyond what you could see before. You're taking a snapshot and being able to develop it and understand what this picture or image represents to you, what this means, what this moment in time was all about. Something comes to a standstill for you in October, but it's after a period of it's like they're showing me the shutter speed on a camera being really fast, and then it takes a long time to develop it. So there's like this, again, duality between fast and slow. Wow, this is fascinating, group number 2. I am very intrigued by your month. You'll have to let me know how this plays out for you. You have the red cloud. I heard Red Dawn. Isn't that a movie? A Red Dawn? Doesn't that mean blood has been shed? I did say something about blood earlier. Remember that they showed me the chalice again in my mind's eye to remind me. Because when I'm channeling, I'm so fluid in the moment that it's hard for me to like grab onto tangible aspects or to remember what I've said or what came before. That could be part of your message as well. You could be going into this fluidity where things feel like you need to take a snapshot to kind of like hold on to something, or you're needing to release that. But the red dawn, something about that could be significant. I'm not getting anything else, so I'll just move on. It could just be symbolic, or there could be some kind of synchronicity there. You have the Om symbol. I heard unity, and it's in the spiritual. So there's a lot of spiritual union that you're doing within yourself this month. Connectivity, you're connecting with the divine. New frequencies could be part of this, or new people could be coming into your life because they were showing me that circuitry or that connection between the roots of the trees. These could be family, friends, soul tribe connections, that people who are drawn into your life or who are already there, who are playing a big role in your spiritual development, helping you to awaken. They're showing me a party, so you may even be going to a party or something, and you could meet someone who's very spiritual or connect with them on a spiritual level. They could also increase your insight into something. Oh my God. The cobra. Okay, you guys can't see this, but the crystal ball right now is magnifying the cobra card for group, which was the significator for group 3. There may be some messages there for you as well, or maybe you watched it or you came from there. It could be confirmation if that's the case, but only if you felt called or this resonates. But there's a definite message here with the cobra coming up for you. It's reminding me of Cobra Kai from, what is that movie? I know what it's called. I'm just blanking on it right now. Karate Kid. Thank you. So you're like in training or something, you're being Mr. Miyagi'd by the universe. It's like wax on, wax off. And then it's for something completely different. And it's like, you don't see what the reposition is teaching you, but you will. And it's helping you to step into your spiritual strength. Okay. Lastly, you have the white, what is this called? Starfish. White starfish. This can represent attachment and detachment. It can also talk about regeneration, purging, and cleansing. So spiritually, October is a huge, huge month for you. Group number 2, to purge and cleanse. You may be cutting off certain things in your life. There's definitive endings that are occurring this month for you, but it is a regeneration and it is helping you to replenish some kind of spiritual vitality or connection, or you might be pruning something or something falls away, but the connection is more profound because of that change. There's a transformation of yourself. So habits could be falling away. You could be changing who you connect to on a daily basis. There could be some changes in your family network or something like that, or friend group. But ultimately, it's leading you toward a higher purpose. I'm hearing destiny. There's something about your belief and this life that you desire to lead. Something that you dreamed of, something that you attempted to manifest. And the duality was kind of like, they're saying something about preserving. Something was preserved. Oh yeah, pictures are like preserving a memory or the past. Something was preserved in time. They're showing me the Hanged Man again. You did have that. Where was it? Sorry, I don't know why I felt called like I needed to show you again. The bat suspended. Something was suspended. But you're able to free yourself and see through the distortion into the light and come to the precipice, come to the top of the mountain, the peak of something here. Fairly, they said something about fairly, something, what do you mean? It's fair, something's balanced. I'm not hearing anything else on that. They just said fairly. Something's fairly. Okay. Any final closing messages for group number 2, Spirit, in the month of October? Yeah, they're just telling me that there's a big frequency shift for you in October, and that's why there's like a shedding or a purge. There's layers of removal. They're saying people from the past may reemerge, reconnect, at a time when you're going into dormancy on something, but it's also you're being activated. So again, it's a lot to do with duality. It's like both at the same time throughout this month. So a little bit of back and forth in the energy of the month ahead for you, but ultimately I'm seeing a lot of good things this month. Okay, they did just say dreams manifesting. I think I'll leave it there, group number 2. So I hope this reading was helpful for you on your journey through this month and beyond. Thank you so much for being here with me on the channel. And if you would like to order a personal reading with me, I am a little behind on the order frequency because I moved or was called to reposition in September. And I'm now settled into my new place and starting to get back into the routine and rhythm of things. So thank you to those who have ordered readings with me and have been patient. And thank you to those who are considering ordering readings in the future. The turnaround will be faster once I get back into flow again. Much love and gratitude to all of you for being here and supporting my work on the channel. Special thank you to the members for supporting my work that way. Links and information to book readings or to become a member are in the description box below. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Cobra. So for October, I feel like okay. I was going to say something else. I was going to say like you're opening up or you're expanding the way that they do. You know, they kind of open themselves like that. But then they actually told me something about crouching tiger, hidden dragon. I don't know. That's so random, but that's what's coming through. Something about crouching tiger, hidden dragon. What does that mean, Spirit? What are you talking about here for group number 3? You know what it feels like? It feels like you are on the defense. Something, maybe offense too, like you're fighting in some way in October. I don't think it means physical violence or anything like that. I feel like they're showing me in Jurassic Park, the one dinosaur that sprays the guy in the face. And it opens, you know, it's like neck up. I don't know. There's something about like you're about to attack or something like that. So let's see what's going on here in the month of October. We're going to do a week by week breakdown. We're also going to get oracle cards, and then we're going to do charms as well. So settle in, get comfy. Let's find out what's going on for you. So in the first week of October, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I did hear emotional defense, or you're feeling emotionally defensive, the Moon card. And it may be because there's a psychic attack happening, or there's some kind of extra sensitivity and you're tuning into something that you can't necessarily see. It could be something coming from another person. A psychic attack doesn't always have to be like big or scary or, you know, from some kind of like entity or something. It can be like people thinking negative thoughts about you or judging you behind your back or even just in their own head. And you can feel that, or you can sense that. There's kind of like this extra sensitivity that I'm picking up on here. And I think that's the initial message I was getting about opening up. It's like you're very open energetically. You're very sensitive. I keep hearing extra sensitive. And I just heard HSP, so highly sensitive person. This could be how you normally are, or this could be something that you're experiencing through the month of October. Yeah, they just keep saying extra sensitive. Okay, so keep in mind, group number 1, that in the first week of October, you're probably going to be feeling extra sensitive. And so you want to, I guess, just energetically and emotionally protect yourself, but don't feel the need to retaliate or to, I'm hearing revenge or avenge. Like, I don't think that that's necessary here. I mean, I don't know your situation, but I don't think that's ever the right thing to do. I feel like if you can remain open to what you're feeling and allow yourself to process that, whatever's coming up here is coming up for a reason. 10 of Cups. Wow. This is actually really good. It's interesting that they said home front. Okay, I was going to say it's interesting that the energy of the cards, or the cards themselves, are actually not negative cards. And I don't think this is a negative reading either. It's just there's something here. There's something here about sensitivity that they're bringing up here, and you're going to be extra specially feeling all of the feels, you know. 10 of Cups here, actually a great thing. Wow. Okay. A great. It's going to be positive in the long run, but it may be something on the home front. So maybe there's some extra sensitivity when it comes to family, when it comes to the people you're connected to, love. The World card. It could even be the World. Yeah, if you're this sensitive in the first week of October, group number 3, you may be picking up on some collective stuff. So if it's not coming from you, and it's not coming from anyone around you, it may just be coming from the collective. In that case, just be aware of it. I did just hear be on guard, i.e., be conscientious to the fact that you're picking up on stuff from the collective. Allow it to move through you, process it, transmute it, and you'll be good to go. I am getting another message from Spirit that you may want to wrap things up. You may want to protect yourself energetically, put up a layer of protection because you're extra sensitive. You don't want anything penetrating into your auric field, into your mental body, your astral body, any of that. So just create a bubble of protection around you through visualizing or through setting the intention to do so. That will be enough because psychically, there's just a lot going on for you the first week of October. And you may be going through some kind of an emotional transition or something that has put you kind of on guard or on the defense, but they want you to know that you're safe and protected. Yeah, they're saying all will be well. Okay, so don't worry about the first week. It's a little intense. Okay, I gotta say, it feels a little intense, but I think you'll be fine. And in the second week, we have the Eight of Cups. The Six of Swords. That is so random. You know how he's walking on swords here? I heard in my head the song, I'm Walking on Sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh. Oh, and it's coming out underneath the moon. What? This is so interesting. Group number 3, the Empress. Yeah, something to do with family, the mother, your home. This could be where some of these things are showing up, and the Hierophant in reverse. Taurus may be significant because the Empress and the Hierophant are both Taurian type energy. Okay. So second week of October, group number 3, feels a little scattered is the first energy that I'm picking up on intuitively. Just feels a bit scattered. You may need to ground more. Again, that would help in protection. Okay, they keep showing me, I must have seen that movie probably like, I don't know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago or something like that. The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, they're just showing me the people like when they jump up and they're kind of suspended in the air in that attack position and they don't attack for a second. So there's something about preparing yourself or some kind of an attack. I don't know what is going on here. You may want to, let's say, for example, in the first week of October, you're faced with some kind of drama or some kind of an upheaval or cataclysm when it comes to somebody around you. There may be an opportunity here for you to, number one, focus on grounding and protection, because I think that's going to be the best thing you can do. And then the number 2 is to move away from whoever it is that is causing drama. I keep hearing don't retaliate. So if somebody attacks you, don't retaliate. Just pull your energy back, ground and protect. And like the more that you choose, I'm hearing your satisfaction. The more that you choose your satisfaction, and the less you partake in feeding the satisfaction of someone else whose intent is to harm you in some way, consciously or unconsciously, you can sense it. You can feel what the intention is. The less they'll be able to do so. You focus on your happiness and don't give anybody the upper hand, basically. I think that's what this is talking about. And the more you stay in your center, the less vulnerable you are to any kind of attack. Because if they can't find an in, they can't do anything. I'm also getting something about skilled labor, sort of random. But I was also seeing something about like skilled defense. I am hearing highly skilled and highly sensitive. So there's a heightened energy in the month of October that's really strong here. Group number 2. Your reading feels a lot more abstract and symbolic than the other 2 readings that I did for October here. So I feel like this is something that you will have to interpret, or you'll have to see how this plays out, because it feels a little bit cryptic to me. And when spirit does that, it's usually because it's something that you're playing out archetypally. And if this is collective, it may not even show up in your physical reality. It could just be showing up in terms of how you're feeling internally or the themes you're seeing in your life or something like that. But it doesn't have to necessarily be direct and literal. So yeah, I mean, take this with a grain of salt, but definitely see what comes up. Okay, let's do third and fourth week. All right, third week of October for group number 3. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Well, you had the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like October is actually going to be quite positive. There's a lot of security. There's a lot of satisfaction. In the thing here is like a test. It's almost like a test of your ability to defend yourself energetically. And I think you're going to pass with flying colors. I think that's the whole Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon reference. It's like you're literally flying through the air. I think you're highly skilled and you're going to pass this test with flying colors. You might not even notice that it's happening, but you might notice that you're feeling extra sensitive. 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you have very good, strong defenses. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing here in the third week of October is a feeling of success as it comes to your finances, when it comes to your stability. I'm also seeing a message here about substances. This is very random, but they're showing me the alcohol here and then the devil pitchfork, and this can talk about indulgence. So if you are planning to imbibe in the third week of October, keep in mind that you are very energetically sensitive. And so if you are going to be consuming alcohol, make sure that you are protecting yourself energetically before, during, and after. And you can do that by staying grounded, by setting intention, by coming from a higher point of consciousness. So making sure that you're listening to your body and you're paying attention to your intuition, you'll be fine. You're very stable. But they are bringing that up for a reason. Queen of Wands. And the 7 of Cups. So the third week, from what I can see here, group 3, I would recommend basically don't, okay, I want to say like stand your ground. I'm just getting this feeling of like there's something that it's going to attempt to overwhelm you, but stand your ground. And if okay, let me just say this. If shit hits the fan in the month of October, it feels like a slow buildup. Like you're gonna sense it, or you're gonna feel it, or you might even see something, but it may be veiled or confusing in the first week. Second week, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more information about what's going on or what you need to do, or you start setting up some kind of psychic defense, or you start taking some action to move away from this person or the situation or the energy, or to transmute it, whatever needs to happen. And then in the third week, you're like, okay, look, I can handle this. I'm very stable. And even though some of this stuff is coming up that may have confused me in the past or left me worse for wear, I know I can handle this and I'm confident in myself. So I feel a lot of inner resolve here that you can take care of yourself. I think it almost feels like a little bit of a test from spirit, from the divine being like, can you handle this? And you proving to yourself that you can. Fourth week, you have the 9 of Wands. And I heard don't back down. So yeah, again. Temperance card. And the Emperor, and I heard resolved, something being resolved in the fourth week of October. And the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. The Fool card on the bottom, I wasn't going to look, but I did, so there. I'll leave it there. So the Fool card, yeah, something is definitely resolved. In the fourth week of October, it feels like you're reaching the height of something. You're getting to the pinnacle, and then it's all downhill from there. And that's not a bad thing. You know, the statement, it's all downhill from here, is kind of like, well, it's only going to get worse. But in this case, it's just going to get easier from there. Like it's not so much of a slog or a battle to move your way up to the pinnacle. You've gotten there and then you're able to kind of relax a little bit as things smooth out. So towards the end of the month, it does feel like things will become easier. The ball will start rolling and you'll start to see the effect of your power, the way that you've used it. They're saying wielded, like the way that you wielded your power this month will benefit you in the long run. And they are showing me 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. It's like down the road. So this month is actually quite pivotal for you, group number 3, because it's taking you much, much further down the road into this level of security that transcends the physical. Like this is spiritual level security that you can trust in yourself, that you know that you're capable. And now they're giving me the, what is that? It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Yeah, it feels like you are the warrior in the garden, or you're going to be. And maybe you've been in the war before, but I don't think that you're going to be battling this month. I just feel like there may be some hints at that, or some, like your spidey senses are tingling, but you're able to evade. And that's the whole point of the intuition, is so that you can avoid those things and not have to experience the conflict. And they're reminding me of something that they channeled to me while I was driving the other day. They said, if you don't know what we're talking about, then we've done our job. And I was like, what are you talking about? They were like, we've done our job. But what they meant by it was that if nothing happened that you needed to worry about, then we've done our job. So it's like you may feel something like, ooh, something feels a little off, but then nothing happens. That's because you've done your job. Your guides have done their job. Your intuition, your higher self has done its job. It's warned you and you've avoided it. So it doesn't have to physically manifest. It doesn't have to show up because you've dealt with it before it materialized. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, especially if it's something collective that's going on. Your innocence protects you. I just heard that as well. And they keep saying it's going to be all downhill from here, meaning it's so much easier. And they're showing me somebody sliding down. So it's like you're able to just, it doesn't take any effort. You're able to just relax and enjoy the ride, I think, because you've developed this spiritual strength. I'm hearing the word fortitude. You've developed the spiritual fortitude. So the 4th week of October, you're really exerting your power. And it is the power in your innocence. So keep that in mind. Now let's go into your oracle cards. So for group number 3, what else would you like to bring through for them, Spirit? The Tower. Whoops. I feel this one as well. And the Devil. The Tower of Babel is falling. There's something of like the devil energy was there. I sensed it. I saw it with that 4 of, what was it? 4 Pentacles. So you may have had like some kind of temptation, or there was dark energy that was like circling around you, but it couldn't get in. The sea can try and splash into the boat, but if you have an impenetrable hull and no leaks in the ship, it will not capsize. It will always right itself. That's what Spirit's showing me right now. And so incorruptible, I just heard you are incorruptible. That's your greatest defense. And it's the innocence. It's the Fool card. That's why I happened to look at the bottom of the deck, which I wasn't going to do. Oh my God, you have the Moon again. You had the Moon in the tarot. Now you have the Moon from the Oracle deck. Yes, something unseen. Something unseen that was trying to shake your foundation, but the divine intervened. The Tower card in the light sense is that divine intervention. If nothing has happened, then we've done our job, because it was intervened before. So I think it's interesting that they're bringing this up, though, because the reason, Spirit will bring things to your awareness is so that you can understand what was going on here, and your role, your part that you played in it is what they're saying. So in October, it feels like there's going to be something that's kind of going on behind the scenes. It's veiled to you. You don't see it, but you can feel it. You can sense it. They keep showing me the spider senses are tingling. It's like you can feel somebody staring at you. You can feel somebody sending negative energy. You can feel something that wants to get in, but you're strong. And they're saying, don't worry about it. They just want you to know because you are strong. Confirmation. You see? Spirit speaks clearly, loud and clear if you have ears to hear and eyes to see. And you do. And that's why you're completely safe and there's nothing to worry about here. They just want you to know, like, this was almost like just an example of how strong you are. Movement. Now, you did have the 8 of Cups, which can be about walking, and the 6 of Swords in the 3rd week as well. So it feels like there's going to be something here where you're walking away from temptation, or you're walking away, turning your back on some kind of a negative influence. And this could be physically, or it could be just energetically, you're not giving it attention. Because when you remove your attention from something, you starve it. Nothing can exist without your belief in it or your contribution to it. Because your energy is your currency. So this could be part of it as well. The defense could come from the inside out, meaning that you address whatever attracted in the first place and turn inward rather than turning outward. Does that make, okay, what I'm trying to say is, like, you turn away from the outside to turn inward and deal with the root source of it, or the feeling, or to transmute, or whatever needs to happen. And that's what deals with it. Yeah. Compassion. I'm getting more like empathy, like you're just very, very, very sensitive. Highly, highly empathic. Friendship. Okay, so this could be somebody, I was getting like mother energy or something in your home. Friendship could be part of this. I'm hearing it doesn't need to end. Okay. Deception. There's something veiled here. One more, they said, from this deck, and then we'll get another one too to clarify. But there's something here about, because they were showing me somebody like evil eyeing, It could be coming from a friend, and it's not always malevolent, by the way. Sometimes psychic attacks are very unconscious, and it's just people projecting jealousy or their own inadequacies or their own insecurities onto you because they see something in you that they perceive that they lack, and they don't mean to hurt you. It could be coming directly from a friend. They don't mean to hurt you. And I think that if that is the case, the more compassion you can have for that person, the better, because it will protect you from the inside out. And it will neutralize any of that negative energy or influence. You also have intuition, again, confirmation of what I'm getting here strongly, that you're going to be so sensitive in October. And you are being called to trust your intuition. There's a divine feminine energy here really strongly as well, whether you're masculine or feminine, we all have both. And tapping into that divine feminine energy is like receiving the spiritual intangibility of that information that wants to come through the intuition. So paying attention to that feeling of being stared at, or that feeling of something is off, or, heeding that little warning. If it says turn left and you're planning to go right, turn left, because you could be avoiding some kind of a cataclysm. You could be avoiding some kind of a conflict, or even maybe just a minor annoyance. I did just hear talk it out. So if you feel this energy coming from a friend and you're able to pinpoint who it is, maybe talk it out with them. And it doesn't mean you have to, like point any fingers or go into battle or anything. Maybe you can just sit down and have a conversation and go, if this was me, like that's how I would be feeling. Is that something, like, I don't know, just kind of broach the subject in a non-confrontational way and see what happens. That could be part of it. As I say that, reproach. But I like that it's got the 2 snakes here and you've got the cobra as your significator. So it's you and someone else who, they're a lot like you. And maybe that's why it's triggering. Source. Find the source of whatever this is, because you're going to be feeling it, and it may be like, okay, now they're, oh, you. What they said was, there was a line from Harry Potter, the movies, not the books, where the one guy goes, trying to catch Voldemort is like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. It's hard to do. And if you're trying to deal with this negative energy from the outside, it's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. So what Spirit's recommending here in the month of October for you, group 3, is to go to the source, which is you. You are the source. So instead of reproaching others or rejecting, have compassion for them, because it's a part of you that's showing you where the healing needs to be. Okay. Anything else before we get charms, Spirit? I did just hear lead by example. And they did say compassionate approach. Yeah. Lead from the heart. So if someone has deceived you, there's no need to fight. There's no need to go into aggression, because then they've won. Then the devil has won. The energy of animosity is not something you want to harbor within yourself. And they're showing me the example of like snake venom. Holding on to anger against someone else is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So there's something about like sucking out the venom by removing your side of the equation. And it's fine if the other person still has animosity, or if this is a collective energy, because humans, okay? Like, let's look at humans at a collective level. War, dysfunction, battling, prejudice, hate, like from all sides. Like, this is a very human thing. It's not just a you thing. The source is the all, but there's something about this seed of the collective that lives in you that's wanting to be kind of worked through psychically, intuitively, so that you can understand it and deal with it at the root. I keep hearing transmute. So transmute it rather than rejecting it or pushing it away or fearing it. Don't fear it. Face it. And you'll come out a lot stronger, and you'll also see how strong you already are. All right, let's get some charms here for October, group number 3. What an intense reading, I just got to say. Like, very intense. All right, group 3. Whoa, I didn't mean to dump them all in physical there, but just, okay, that's what it is. So let's see. Yeah, so much going on in physical. This one's kind of, no, that one is in self. It's more in self, So you got a couple keys. That's good. This month is going to have keys. It's going to unlock some pathways for you, some levels of awareness. Okay, let's start with emotional, and then we'll go around. Emotionally, you have the flamingo. Oh, they're showing me the Temperance card, and he's balancing on one leg. So emotionally, seek to find balance, the middle path. Not too much this way, not too much that way. Meaning not overly compassionate to where you're losing your boundaries or compromising your integrity, and not too rigid to where you're becoming evasive or confrontational. You want to be right in the middle, right in that sweet spot where you're conscientious of what you need and yourself and your empathy and your compassion, and you're aware of what you're feeling. You're also holding yourself to a certain standard, and you're holding other people to a certain standard. When you're understanding, literally standing, you're understanding that you play a role in the dynamic. It takes two to tango, and that you can squash the beef. I'm hearing something about squash the beef. Okay, so there could be some physical conflict going on. You can squash the beef by dealing with the emotional side of yourself that's triggered by this. Now, the other thing with the flamingo is about friendship too, because you did have that card, and flamingos rove around in these big flocks. So there could be a snake in the grass, so to speak. And instead of freaking out, just trust your intuition and take evasive action. I think that's going to be the best thing. And like I said, the best way to do that is to go inward. Okay, that being said, let's look at your physical, because there's a lot going on this month. Physically, you've got the angel heart. So the heart with wings. Ah, yes, compassion. And you have the unicorn, the rainbow unicorn and the rainbow. So you know what this is reminding me of? It's reminding me of My Little Pony, like friendship is magic. So there's a lot here to do with friendship. I'm hearing needing to weigh things up, and they're showing me now the measuring tape. So you may need to measure something. Maybe somebody doesn't measure up, or you're weighing up whether you want to continue to invest emotionally into a connection. You could be seeing something that illuminates a side of someone, or you could be seeing a side of someone that you didn't see before. But I do see that there is potential here for the two, if you wish to, with this person or whatever the situation is, you're able to kind of find a way to meet in the middle. Instead of battling, it's like respecting one another, understanding one another. Because I'm seeing these two rainbow bridges as an opportunity to connect. Yeah, I keep hearing squash the beef, and they're showing me the key. So you're going to have the key physically presented to you to squash some kind of a beef that may arise. And if it doesn't physically manifest, it will energetically, and you'll feel it, and you'll be able to deal with it before it becomes anything. I mentioned that earlier. And then you have the confetti ball with the little sparkly stars. This one talks to me about parties and stuff. So this could be happening at a party, or alcohol could be involved, because I did see that reference to alcohol. It's like, sometimes people get drunk and they say things they don't mean to say, or like some kind of people get triggered more easily because they're more sensitive emotionally, and there's less of that, rational, logical mind to intervene to regulate. So there could be something like that that's going on, and you may just want to be aware of that so that you can make the best decision in the moment. Mentally, I feel like you're strong mentally this month. I don't know why I'm getting that right away. It's not even from the charms, but I'm just feeling like you're mentally strong this month. You have the blue confetti ball. I'm not actually getting any messages from this right now, so I'm going to leave it, and I'll come back and see if it's relevant when we look at the others. But I'm not getting anything, so I'll just leave it. You've got the pearl. This speaks of value. So there's a pearl of wisdom that you're going to access. Oh, I heard self-contained, and then I looked back at the ball again. So something being self-contained, like you being self-contained, this could be about like your emotions or your thoughts, because it's in the mental, right. Yes, your thoughts being contained, where other people's spill out. You're protecting your mind. Okay. And then you have the angel wings. You're very protected and strong. And they're saying don't worry about anything. Like any negative energy, it can't reach you, especially when you refuse to partake in that energy. If you choose to be in the energy of happiness, or you choose to resist through peace, I'm hearing that's the key. If you choose to have compassion, detached compassion, this is your answer, they're saying. Now, it's of note here that there's nothing in spiritual. And most of what I was getting in the bulk of your reading was predominantly spiritual. I wasn't getting anything to do with the physical. It felt very intangible. And so it's fascinating to me that we've got nothing in the spiritual and a lot in the physical. So I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying a lot of this spiritual stuff can manifest physically. And that's why they want you to be aware of this, so that you can kind of nip it in the bud a little bit and not have to deal with it here in the physical. And if it does show up in the physical, well, guess what? You can clear space up here in the spiritual to be able to deal with it there. So it kind of goes in both directions. But the mental key is here. So choose wisely. Listen to your guidance, listen to your angels, to your own intuition, because that's going to be your best bet this month. Now, finally, in the self, we have the dolphin, which also speaks to friendship. So you've got several different themes here about friendship. And then you also have this one that says a bunch of words on it: kind, free, true, happy, thankful, brave, peace, compassionate. Compassionate again, so that's a second or third time that energy's come up as well. So you needing to be compassionate and true to yourself, being kind to you, choosing to be happy, choosing to be grateful. This is your greatest energetic protection. You got the word peace there as well. Having the courage to be able to face something head on and to have this strong approach that comes from, they keep saying squash the beef, okay? They keep saying it. So you might be able to resolve something that initially stained, I'm seeing something about stained the friendship, stained reputation. Somebody has a wounded ego and then wants to lash out, and then you deal with it compassionately, you deal with it peacefully, you protect yourself from the inside out, the energy doesn't get in, and then the beef is squashed, if that makes sense. I'm seeing you swimming freely in the month of October. I'm hearing the word progression. And now they're saying measuring up again. So it's like you're proving to yourself that you can measure up. That I'm hearing you are who you say you are, something like that. So there may be some conjecture or some hearsay or, I don't know, some gossip or something from a friend that you hear about you that could be coming from someone else, not necessarily the friend. If you know if you follow what I'm kind of saying here. So you can protect yourself by not reacting to it. Yeah, I'm hearing feel what you feel and set yourself free. Okay, feel what you feel and set yourself free. Know your true strength lies within you. Nobody can take that away from you. That's what Spirit said. No one can take that away from you. So, okay, group number 3, little bit of an intense reading. If you felt called to any of the other groups, maybe check that out for some additional messages. This felt very specific to a group of people or to this one theme. It doesn't mean the entire month of October is going to be like that. That's why I feel called to mention, maybe check out one of the other groups, because there may be additional, more varied messages within those that are going to be relevant to you. But this felt like it was strong. It needed to come through, and you having awareness of this is going to be the most protective thing, because your awareness is your power. All right, guys, that is the message Spirit wanted to bring through for you in the month of October. I hope that it is helpful in some way. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. See how it plays out as well. But I hope that you use this information for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all. Many blessings to you guys. Thank you for supporting my work here on the channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I am still taking reading orders. I'm a little behind on the turnaround right now because I recently moved homes. So as of mid-September, things sort of backed up because I had to deal with all of the moving things that needed to be done. But I'm in my new place now, and I'm starting to get back into the rhythm and flow of doing the readings again. So if you do order, I will get to those as fast as I can, and hopefully the turnaround will be less than it was for some who ordered, which was like still only about 2-3 weeks, but still I would like it to be less than that. So anyways, much appreciation, guys. I love you. Information for booking or becoming a member here on the channel is in the description box below, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.